Okay, everyone, it's midnight here. We are just getting a stream started up. Um, Today we've got another Crazy House World Championship match between Little Plotkin and I am gsvc. But
Hi.
what you probably weren't expecting is a second face on the stream today. I have a very special guest,
From streaming.
uh, Yasser Seirawan, and we've also got Jan in the background. Hi, Jan. That's a different yarn. A different yarn.
I
Uh,
called you. Okay, we can play tomorrow or Sunday.
That sounds fine.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time?
Wow.
One, you come to me?
Yeah.
Till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow. That seems.
all right. Okay.
Well,
So welcome, Yasser. Welcome.
hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Unexpected guest. That was my father-in-law, Jan Nagel. And first of all, it's great to be with you. I've been in St. Louis for a better part of the month of August doing it was a St. Louis Rapid and Blitz, and then the Sinkfield Cup.
Sure.
So I'm now back here in Holland and feeling it. It's crazy house time. It's great.
Sure. Okay. So I'll talk a little bit about the candidates. I mean, this is for the viewers and also for Yasser. So today we've got Little Plotkin and gsvc, but I should mention that all of the candidates here are seasoned professionals in the game. We've gone down from a 128 player double elimination knockout, and we're now into the final. Well, it's the final 11 players, and I'll tell you how we got to 11. But basically, 8 have come from the double elimination knockout. So each of these players has had to have won 5 matches, where a match is 10 times 3 plus 2 games. So they've had to work very hard to get here already. We've got Oppelwesen and 12 Teen, who were second and third place finishers from last year, who have joined straight into this round. And a wild card has been entered, J Killer, JK, the Bullfrog. You may know that name as well. He's been thrown in the mix. So we've actually got a round robin of 11 players. And each match is 10 games of 3 plus 2. So that's what we're in for this match. Yes, so yeah, I mean, I guess we should talk a little bit about what's going on in the position.
Yeah.
GSVC opening up with a D6 opening, but getting caught with a bishop on F5 and having to move pieces a few times. So yeah, Little Plotkin looks like he's trying to build up solid on the king side with his bishops on G2, H3, Fianchetto. Yeah, what's your opinion so far, Yasser?
I'm liking white. I'm expecting a sacrifice on D5 very shortly. Well,
There it is.
there you go.
There it is.
There it is. And I think uh, I think I would have taken as well on D5. By the way, in other words, taken twice and just been very happy to have 2 pawns for. Well, the knight on C3 wasn't that great, so that's 2 very very good pawns. Now the question is, what's happening after knight F4?
Yeah, so getting
I
a bit
guess you
sharp
would
with a
agree.
pawn on H6.
Yeah. So
Okay, white would love a knight to put on H6 here, but
exactly.
yeah, that's
You'll go.
sacrificing a bit of material. I like black a little bit better here now.
Okay. How about H6? Yeah. And now G7.
Yeah, I think GSVC is just going to curl up here. Pawn at G7, the knight's covering on H8, so another bishop could fall on F6.
Exactly.
He's gone G5, so he's looking to undermine H6, in fact.
Well, I'll take on F8 and take on D5.
Yep.
Now I got big threats.
Yeah, bishop takes F7.
E6. I see the pawn in hand going to E6. That looks really strong to me.
Suddenly black's got a few problems. I
Typically comes out of nowhere. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I felt I just had a blind spot on bishop takes D5.
Yeah. I was expecting that for some time. Well, okay, this just looks like a rape and pillage now. Rook D7.
Yeah. Wow, Chuck Moulton donated $10. Thank you so much. I gotta say, there's a little goal target here. I'm setting up a candidates appreciation fund, and I'm setting an audacious goal of $1,100 and another 11 to go with it. Where if we can make that goal, it'll be $101 per candidate, and that's incentive for them to finish all of their games. So this will only be paid out once they complete all their matches from the round robin, because they're putting in a lot of time to study. We don't want them to walk away empty-handed for all their efforts.
Absolutely.
So there's a donation button just underneath, and I'll be collecting on behalf of the candidates. So please show your support for that.
Indeed, very, very important.
What's going on here? We've got.
I think White wobbled a bit there. White was winning very, very smoothly. Then just kind of, I don't like what White has been doing the last few moves. Not at all.
I think bishop at E6, rinse and repeat. I mean, I think F7 is falling. I was actually thinking queen takes E6 there, and knight takes E6, yes. Bishop takes F7. That's what I was.
That would have been much stronger, by far.
Yeah, they're both under some time pressure now, and this is where it gets interesting. It's much better having the increment here than just a flag race. But yeah, I feel like
essentially black has no pieces. I mean, black has no pieces in the hand, so
yeah,
its weak squares on the king side are essentially unattainable.
Yeah, no. Plotkin's done well with the initiative. He's just, F7, E6 is going to go. This is looking very much in White's favor now. I liked black much earlier, but I think it was a case where you had to defend quite accurately.
Right.
Okay.
Ooh, still
hanging in there.
Yeah. White is showing a little bit too much concern, I think. Oh, that's not so good.
Oh, okay. Now he's getting it in. Rook at F7 looks strong here.
Yeah, mate.
Okay, there we have it. Plotkin draws first blood.
Yeah, well, essentially, black never really got into the game, and after the sacrifice on D5, pardon me, things really went south.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, you and I have played this game.
Yeah, I was about to say, somebody's been watching.
I feel like I'm actually moving the pieces as White here.
Yeah. I want to make a move for black. Just a second. Ooh, takes on D4. I'm not happy with that move. That move for me.
No, I like this for White. No, I think Bishop G4 you were playing something, or Bishop B4.
Bishop G4, because I was doing a lot of Bishop G4, and the reason I remember that is because I'd end up losing a rook on A8. Quite a number of games, actually. I mean, it was sort of like I was starting a rook and a queen behind it.
I gotta say, it's quite refreshing here that you know we can sit here and actually watch for a change. Normally in this position, I'm sweating bullets, thinking what to move next. It's nice to be able to sit back, get the popcorn out, and just
Right.
commentate. Isn't it good?
Exactly so. Exactly.
All right, so pawn on h3. You
I
know,
would start rook e1 check. I would start with that.
okay,
Ooh,
but
h6.
opening the G file.
Not a big fan of that last move, actually. Ooh.
Yeah, I like black a little bit better here.
It's very dicey suddenly, like very, very dicey. I probably want to do something like bishop g5 to block the g line there.
Yeah, I felt like developing the bishop was a good move there too. You hit f6. Okay, pawn at e3, blocking off the file. But you know that pawn on g5 is going to do well to block any action from the rook.
Exactly. Okay, this is serious.
Okay.
This is a threat to play f2.
Pawn at f2. So yeah, I mean Plotkin's looking for a way to trade queens as well with d takes e3 at the right time. But I think knight e4 is a good move to throw in there.
Yeah.
And Plotkin will like this. Plotkin's quite a sharp player, and I think GSVC will be better if it becomes a bit of a grind. I mean, don't get me wrong, GSVC can play the tactics as well, but I think Plotkin's going to do well if he can make activity and create some attacking opportunities, and you can see from the times on the clock. I think he's getting what he wants.
Well,
Wow.
yeah.
So he was allowing the check, but maybe he was figuring he was avoiding a queen trade by doing that.
Yeah, I think this is a bust, though. Rook f2 check. If you take on f2, I have bishop h3 check.
Say again there? What
Rook f2 check now.
Ah, queen f2, bishop h3. But then king g1, knight f2, king f2, queen at g2, king e3, king e1.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, bishop. Maybe if...
I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of this move.
Rook at f2 was an interesting move, actually.
Yeah, I think that ooh, not a big fan of that move either. Wow.
Okay, king f1 here. I mean, the position changes so fast before we can get a thought out. I was nearly leaning towards something with bishop takes g5. The problem is e takes f5 is check.
Right. Well, here, rook. Oh, no. No. I think that was a step in the
I
wrong
liked
route.
your rook at f2 idea, actually.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good sharp play, and queen takes f2, bishop h3 check. Just really got the king under some fire. I mean, you sacked a little bit of material, but you get the queen in hand, and then
Exactly.
you can still take on g7 and take on g5. You still got plenty of ammo. I feel like the wind got taken out of black sails a little bit here.
Agreed. Definitely agreed.
Okay, king d7
11.
coming.
Yeah.
What's your feel here? Yes, I mean, do you want to feel like you continue rolling with an attack, or do you back off and defend a little bit?
Ooh. No, the position's really, really sharp there. I'm not sure I would have given the rook, but maybe that was a clever decision, actually.
Well, Plotkin wants another piece in hand in case he can get the attack rolling.
Exactly. Whoa, that move looks wrong. Rook g2 check looks like a winner.
Yeah, actually, I don't mind bishop f4.
Really? What would you have done after rook g2 check?
So rook g2, probably king h1.
And then knight f2 check.
Yeah, I'd have to take it. Take. What do I have in hand? A knight.
All you have is like one check.
I might be running out there. You could be right.
Well, check and take the queen.
Unless king f1 was better than king h1. You still have bishop at e2 check, but then we can probably take that one and leave the king on e2.
Here I'm looking at knight f3 check.
So knight f3 check, king f2 is forced. Knight takes. And then what does white do? Has he got mate? Has he got mate? There's knight takes a7.
Knight a7.
And if rook takes a7, rook at b8 check, king d7, rook takes d8 check. That would be the game. Queen and check with the game. So I think against knight takes a7. So let's just recap. Knight at f3 check, king f2, knight takes e1, knight takes a7, king d7 is forced. Then I think bishop at e8. Yeah, it looked like there could be a mate there. This looks dangerous as well. Bishop takes b7, but gsvc has to go. Wow. Okay.
Does cover f3 against a potential knight f3 check. Ooh.
I think takes on b7 and pawn at c6. The trouble here is time. GSVC is only going to get an extra 2 seconds per move.
And terribly enough, he has to block with one of the attackers.
So Plotkin also down his last 5 seconds. Well, these guys are burning their
I
clocks.
Think C6 hitting b7. That do it again.
Queen takes d4, sharp. No, it's still good for white. I think it's still good for white. Black's out of steam here. This is going to end badly once b7 falls. Oh no, that's it.
Mate.
Okay, he still has to shepherd the king. Oh, nice, double checkmate. There we go, rook a3.
That was a stylish finish.
Yeah, 1 game each. Okay.
Rook a3. Now, game number 1, he played d4, and only after d6 did he play g3.
Right. So let's see if we get d6 again. No, we've got d5. Yeah. Okay, just solid symmetrical play. We'll see if the g3 system comes out, or if Plotkin decides to play for the bishop f4, e3 kind of system.
Right. I'm a little bit surprised that the player, especially earlier, are really using a lot of their time.
Yes.
I think 30 seconds is pretty egregious for 4 moves.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're both trying to lose each other out of book very early, I imagine, and I think they're both doing a good job of that.
Queen d3. This was a move that irritated me on a number of occasions when I was playing against Stockfish. I would put my bishop on h5 and go like queen d3 and threaten queen b5 check, or queen b3 or queen h3. I'd be like, really annoying.
Okay, so the queen out to b3. This is the sort of stuff that I try against you and you'll criticize me for. I feel. I've had some maneuver where I went queen d6, b6, and it looked fancy for a moment, and then you just developed and made me look silly.
That sounds good. Okay, knight c3, e6. Now the question is as bad as this rook on a7 is, has white been spending a lot of time creating nothing?
Well, is there a way to exploit a weakness somehow?
Exactly.
It's so unusual with this rook on a7, and I've not seen this before.
I think this is actually bad. Oh, I was about to suggest instead of e3, bishop f6.
Oh, what, you were going to make some trades?
And knight f4, yeah.
Because now black's okay. I mean, the silliness on the
survived.
queen side is fine once the king's on being castled, I suppose.
Ooh, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of queen b3. I thought white should maybe castle there and play f4. Now, maybe something silly like knight. Ooh, I was going to say knight f6, d7. Or here. No, no, no.
Okay, so we're offering a
No.
piece. I think
I
g5
think,
is poison. Do you agree?
yeah,
I don't
agreed.
like that.
I don't touch that. Knight d7 feels right.
The only thing is, I feel like white's queen is misplaced on b3. That's
Big
all.
time. Yeah, big time.
Everything else is fine.
Yeah. Here I will take on e5 and play knight g4.
Okay.
What a decent move.
Okay.
Bishop
Blunderman1
g6.
has donated $11. Thank you. Look, the
Thank
fund
you.
is growing. Thank you so much for the support. I must actually acknowledge a donation that occurred while I was offline. I'll just read the message.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Lee Kai in the Sky. Donated $45 20 hours
Wow,
ago.
thank you.
Is written, John Lee, I started watching you for the Crazy House, brackets obviously, but I remain because of the grace and class you show in all situations. Thanks for being a good example and role model for the rest of us, and good luck to all in the tournament. That's a fantastic comment. Thank you so much, Lee Kai in the Sky, for your
I don't know
comment.
which was
And
better, the donation or the comment.
yeah, it's hard to tell, isn't it?
I know, that was a goodie. Better save that and put it in the album.
Yeah, I know. I've had worse things said about me, so
You and me both.
um, okay. So I think Plotkin's kind of made some progress, would you say? The only thing is I think H5 looks like it makes sense. No, he's keen to prove that the weaknesses he's made on the queen side are useful. The
Right.
bishop at b6. That's fair enough. So maybe
That was a goodie.
queen a8 maybe.
Queen a8. Yeah, okay.
Or
Queen b8, queen a8. Ooh.
okay. No, I don't know. I like this.
Well,
Well, bishop
okay.
takes d8, and then recap. You got to take on d8 here, or I don't think you're winning on d2.
No.
The bishop takes, but I feel like there's like a knight on a5 and a rook on a7 now, and
Ooh, h5 looks slow.
so Plotkin just giving that queen back. I felt like white should hold on to that queen.
Yeah.
Because
Queen b.
only because the knight looked so useless on a5. It was like such a bad knight, and it's a queen. A queen is a queen.
Exactly. Queen b4, bishop e7. Take on e7 if you're going to give the queen back, because that knight on a5 really was offside. Egregious. Okay,
So
but
pawn at
white
g6.
white is coming fast. Ooh.
Okay.
That's an
Alright.
alert.
Maybe pawn at g3. Do you try to counter? Or bishop takes e3 even.
Something like that it's got to come. Well, if you take on a6, maybe d2 check. Ooh,
No,
he did this
you gotta
way.
be careful. You don't want to block with the rook on d1 because pawn at d2 looks very dangerous.
Yeah.
Now b takes a6. I like black here. I don't think white has enough for the knockout blow.
Well, what's happening with
Pawn
f7?
f7, king h8, rook at
Rook
g8.
g8.
You have to take with a rook, so the knight guards h7.
Right.
Takes, king takes. And I think white's
Right.
just running out of material. It's
Well,
close.
the problem is once you put a rook on g8, it's coming back at you on e1.
I think GSVC is going to win this with defense.
So rook e8 check. That
Yeah, then bishop at f8. So,
okay. Then I can queen f7 check, but it's only... Yeah, this is it.
No, rook at h7 mates. Why did he block with the rook? He should have blocked with the bishop. Oh, Plotkin steals a match there. I think bishop at f8 was a clean win.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh dear, no, he that was a golden opportunity to win a game with black for GSVC. No, I don't think he'll be happy with that. Plotkin will be happy with that. But that's where Plotkin's going to get his chances from. So
exactly.
Oh, okay. Plotkin up 2-1. We've got the same opening here.
A swindle, that one.
It was.
They're repeating.
Yep.
The previous game.
Yeah.
Now, Okay, so last time it was h6, I believe, and then rook g8.
Yeah, maybe pawn at g5 is looking for an improvement here.
Exactly.
I think this is better.
It feels better, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, pawn at e3. Wow. All right. Oh, how do we assess this? I think you take the knight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not a big fan of that. Knight e4 or knight g4?
Yeah, he doesn't... no, I think DE is more dangerous. Queen in hand. Queen takes d8. Is okay.
Ooh, he took immediately with the king.
Yeah, because he didn't want to allow rook takes e3 check. Pawn at f2.
That. Whoa.
Yeah, black's got to be careful. c7 is a hole as well, and there's b6 to follow too. So, black's dropping a few pieces.
I think c7 is a bomb here. c7 check.
Pawn at c7, king takes, and rook takes e7. Yeah, just killing the dark squares with check.
Exactly.
And then a pawn on d6. That's gonna be mate. The pawn at c7, king e8, queen at d8 is mate. The pawn at c7, king d7, and then I'd play queen at h3 and just cover off g2. But no, rook takes e7 here. That's game over. Pawn at d6. That's just mate into 2. Wow, GSVC. He just wrapped that one up right there with pawn at c7.
Yes. That king takes d8. I know what you mean about you don't want to lose the pawn on e3 with check, but that king d8, oof, shudder.
Okay.
If you're going to sacrifice on with your pawns with the c6 system, I don't think you can. I think you should castle, let the guy take your knight on f6, and lose in a mundane way. not just get blasted.
Right.
Sure.
Ooh. So here's the difference. So GSVC's gone queen c8 this time to prepare h3, but also defend b7. Plotkin is kind of sneakily claimed the center. I'm not a fan of the black setup. I mean, I get you've got h3 lined up nicely with the bishop on d7 and the queen on c8. But
I think here knight c6 is really critical. You got to get that in very early before e5 just rips you apart.
So d5, knight's going to jump into e5, f4. So Plotkin claiming space. Knight to g4.
Yes, knight g4, h3, knight h5. I like that kind of a set.
Yes. I don't think h3 is Plotkin's plan here. I think he's going for f5 and e6.
So knight G.
Knight G4. I think he wants F5 here.
Ooh.
H3, Knight H5. I like black then. Oh,
Yes.
he has played H3. So you've predicted the next moves actually.
Yeah. Well, this weakness on G3 is like a magnet. Like,
Screams. It screams to be attacked.
exactly.
Okay, Queen D3 covering G3. But are there any tricks here? It's all holding.
Kill. Yeah. Good point. Ooh, he wants
bishop takes C3. He's looking for knight at E2. That's nice. Knight takes G3. Everyone. Bishop takes C3. And knight at E2 is now a threat. Even if queen takes C3. I'm just wondering about the move order. If he should have... No, bishop takes C3 can't be played first, because then queen takes C3 would give you queen takes H8.
Exactly.
So he's gone in the right order there. And knight at E2, defending against the fork. So what do you do here? You retreat the bishop back to G7?
F6.
F6, you think?
I'm greedy.
I agree. Bishop F6 is better. I mean, that knight on H4 is another target.
Yeah, I'm thinking bishop F6, take on G4, take on G4.
Yep.
And you've got ideas of knight H5. That's a very nice tempo.
Yeah.
Very, very nice tempo. Really helps the mating attacks.
So he's gone back to G7. He was listening to me, not you.
Clever man. Clever. Wise decision. Decision.
No, just kidding. So everyone knows we're on 3-minute delay here, so that the players cannot hear what we're discussing until a later time, if one of them chooses to tune in, and that's just to ensure that no one can hear it and that no one gets accused and that we don't get accused of divulging information. It's just a nice clean setup that way. I like black here. Black's just a pawn up, I feel.
Not sure, Justin. E6 is an annoying move here.
Yeah.
E6.
I think we take it. Pawn. So I'll play black. F takes E6.
Knight G6.
Knight takes G6.
Careful.
Oh, don't worry. I'm always careful when I'm seeing coming up against your moves.
My spidey sense was tingling there.
I'm more concerned about this move, pawn at H6.
Really?
Yeah, than pawn at E6. Not that I had a decent answer for your knight takes G6 just yet, but the game turned this way.
Pawn to H6. Ooh, not sure I like that. Well, the rook on D1, rook F6.
Yeah, rook F6 takes, and then you could put the rook on D1 if you needed to. So maybe you're okay against bishop at G7.
Well, how about rook F6, GF? Aha, there's a knight H5. I was looking at rook F6, GF6, bishop F4. Because
EF6, bishop F, move. Okay, yeah, that's yeah. Wow, you're like you and Plotkin are just so well aligned here.
Well,
I think if not for the 3-minute delay, people would be asking questions.
There would be an investigation. Well, knight H5, bishop H5, knight G3, bishop G3 is death. So here, I think knight G6 is death with the idea of G7.
Wow. Okay, well, black has the counterattack here, I think. I think a bishop belongs on B6, just to take a few pieces out of white's hand. Maybe even rook takes H6. No, GSVC. Pawn at G7 looks dangerous. But there is bishop at E3.
Potentially. Can you survive?
I mean, I think black's relying on too much magic there. I think Plotkin's got the position he wants.
Yeah, okay. F2, bishop F2, king H1 looks good.
I think just king H2 here.
King H2 immediately, huh?
Yeah. It's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, king
I
H2.
think Plotkin's got this in the bag. Ooh, why allow knight at F2? That just gives black... Ooh, but knight at G4? Now black might get out with rook takes H6 check.
He missed. He definitely missed that.
Wow, what? I thought knight at G4 would have been the play. This looks
This
ugly.
was he made.
Yeah. Plotkin won't mess it up from here. He's got mate knight at E6 check, queen takes E8. But knight at G4 looked like black may have had a bit of an opportunity. I still think white was better.
Well, it was funny because I actually liked F2, bishop takes F2, king H1. You force
That would work too.
black. Yeah,
I think white had the options there. You know what I think was critical? It's actually black played bishop G7 when bishop F6 was the better move. In the opening, as you suggested. Okay, this is theoretical.
I defer, but I think this is terrible for black.
Yeah, I think. Well, maybe Plotkin knows something here, but I think Plotkin's playing with fire. Because I think GSVC would be well booked up in something like this. Like here, I'm looking at bishop E3 is quite natural. You develop the last piece. Yep.
So I'm definitely taking that.
Well, knight takes D4 or bishop takes D4?
Oh, bishop takes D4, sorry.
Okay, ED. And knight D5.
Bishop D4, ED.
ED.
I'm just pausing because there's knight in hand to E5.
Knight and E5. Wow. Okay. DE. Knight takes E5.
I'm threatening mate on F7.
Yeah, you are indeed. Okay. GSVC figured he wanted to put a knight on E6. He thought that was worthwhile.
Yeah.
So he's got 2 pawns for the piece, and black's king is stuck on E8.
Horrifying.
Pawn at E2.
This is for me over after pawn E2. I just think white has just everything.
Positionally, you're just feeling it's in white's favor.
Yeah, it's just, like grown. It's so hard to create play against white's king.
Yeah, I mean, that knight on E6 also covers F4, which is the square that black wants for the knight. So
exactly.
There's not really a nice, neat entry point here, and at some stage you could roll with D4, E5.
Yeah.
Or you could go knight takes C5, but like white's got all the breaks. Just has to fend off the potential.
Right.
So knight at H4. Now here white can be aggressive or defensive, and he's going defensive. Bishop at H3, saying you can't get in on G5 or F4.
I think that's a very solid choice. It is obviously a very solid choice, I should say.
But that's GSVC. Like, I think he'll like to do a solid grind. I think Plotkin would even be considering queen takes E6 here, just because knight at F4 would help to get things rolling.
So much, yeah.
But bishop B6. I just feel that if black doesn't make something, then white just kind of walks forward through the center.
I think it's time for knight F4.
Knight F4? Okay.
Get rid of that. Ooh.
D4 I don't mind. D4 I don't mind.
That looks like a very good move too. I was going to get rid of the bishop on H5 and land on F7 with the bishop. But D4 is a very nice move. I mean, you're still keeping G5 and F4 covered, so there's no knight F4 or knight G5 by black. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, the 2 pawns. Where's the activity? Where's the
Oh, knight at
Take
f7. Oh, but g7 hangs. Oh, take h5 or pawn at e6. Like this stuff just crumbles. GSVC
Yeah.
will be very happy here. He'll just grind, and we have a saying.
Yeah.
It's collect them all to win.
Collect
Collect them all to win.
collect them all.
It's usually a slogan for when kids have to collect a whole lot of different things.
Oh,
But it
yeah.
just means collect them all to win. Collect all the pieces and you win.
You win. Well, that was rude. He just took the queen. I was looking at all kinds of other fanciful moves, such as knight h5, but that looks really
I was
strong.
looking at e takes f7.
Right, me too. There's queen f8 check.
Yeah,
Once you
solid.
spot that, once you spot that, getting rid of an aggressor.
Too good.
It's over.
Three all. Okay, so this doesn't go to margin of 2. It's strictly 10 games. So 5 all is actually considered a tie. The reason being because it's a round robin. If we have 2 players with the same number of wins, it's so that the tiebreak is fair. Everyone's had the opportunity to play exactly 100 games. We got this queen d3 happening again. a6, stopping queen b5, queen b3, rook a7, knight c3. So it's the idea is
it's so far I like white, but I like bishop takes f6, not e3.
Right.
The problem is that after gf6, knight f4 is just very good for white.
Yeah, that's the positional knowledge of Yasser. So everyone here I'm saying bishop takes f6. You don't want to play queen takes f6. Knight at c7 maybe isn't as good as it looks there. But anyway, the point was if g takes f6, knight at f4, then you'd have to play bishop g6.
And then you get to rescue your knight. You get to just attack g6.
So bishop d3, Yeah, I just feel black gets a lot safer after castling.
So if I'm black here, I'm seriously considering knight e5.
Yep. DE and knight g4.
Knight c5 or knight g4. Knight c5.
Knight at c5.
If you take my knight,
yep,
I will. I'll recapture on f6, and it's sort of like I've sacrificed a piece to stop the attack.
Right.
But it's not that I've stopped your attack per se. It's that I've stopped your attack and you've spent a tempo to play h4.
Right. I feel like there's nearly like an unspoken rule with Crazy House and Bug House players that if you can help it, you don't take that knight on e5 because it helps white progress the pawn to e5. That's just a principle thing, and I think that's why GSVC's gone for c5 instead here. He's gone to undermine d4, the defender of e5. So knight at f4, that's very much like what you'd like to do. Bishop at g6. I think the bishop should stay on h5.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's intending knight d5.
Yes.
So I'm looking very seriously at bishop in hand to f3. He went bishop.
Wow, bishop at f3. Wow, okay. Yeah, knight d5. That's okay.
I'm not sure.
e6. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good sacrifice. It looks.
I was pretty sure he was queuing up for that shot.
Yeah, but
as his snooker.
I think queen e6 looks right here, and if something like pawn at f3, you can just capture it twice, and then d5
How about
sweep.
Bishop f5? Okay.
All right, pawn at f5.
I'm not a big fan of that move.
I'd even here just dump the queen potentially, but no, pawn at e7 is going to be annoying.
Yeah.
Pawn at f5 is good. Queen
e8.
Yeah, the queen looks like it goes to e8. And
Pawn
pawn at
e4.
g6. Where are you
Oh,
going?
pawn at g6. Oh.
Well, because you got the diagonal, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's stacked up on light squares. Or you're saying pawn e7. Is that...
Yeah, I thought well, even what's that?
Oh, he's seen something here. Knight at e4 check here. No, whoa. It's just...
Whoa. Okay, some
Okay,
strange.
he's using his bishop diagonal on here to get... Oh, knight at e2 looks very strong. Knight at e2, king d1, knight c3 check. If king c1, pawn d2 is made, he has to go to e1. He actually needs another pawn in hand. He could just step to g3. I mean, but if you're white, you weren't looking for this.
No. And by the way, I don't see any counterattack, so I'm thinking...
This could be quite strong too. Knight f2, just grab the rook.
Take the rook, yeah.
Or knight e4 even. No, because, like... I mean, he's got a lot of compensation for that queen sacrifice, because there's no immediate attack. But Plotkin's not backing off. But I don't think that threatens... With 97 is a threat, actually. That does threaten something. So the king's got a safe square on d2. So I was thinking knight e4 may have been more dangerous than knight takes h1.
By far. And I'd even go further and say, I don't think I like knight f2. I think I just much prefer knight c3 check.
Okay, this is getting sharp. So bishop at e1 is what he's playing at here. Knight e7 check, he'll go king f7.
Yes, of course.
That's and then queen takes e6. Is that enough or not? That's the big question. Queen takes e6. Queen at f5 was winning. I don't know if he has to go this way. I think maybe king d6. No. This looks bad.
Very bad.
This was very sharp.
Bishop a. Oh, you went bishop e5. That looks pretty good too.
Yeah. I mean, Plotkin sees all these tricks here. Takes the rook. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a shame. It could have been after knight takes f2 check, king e1, knight e4 was actually threatening mate with pawn at f2.
Right.
Because the knight covered d2, that was the key. So
yes. There was no counterattack. He allowed h6. He lost time.
Yeah, White has won every game so far. White's up 7-0. Okay, this one I've seen before. This is quite interesting.
Looks dangerous for white, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think both of them know a thing or two about this. d4. What's the point of d4? I think it's pawn at e3 is the point here. I like white.
Wow.
But queen takes e4, pawn at e3. I mean, black's okay. Black could do worse out of this opening. Queen e2. Okay. I just think white. It's even material, and white hasn't had to sacrifice anything to get the black king on f7.
Right.
Okay, so Plotkin says, I'm a pawn up.
Do something.
Queen c4 check.
This looks really dangerous for black now. Knight c3.
GSVC taking it a bit slow. I feel like you've got to exploit something here fast. Queen c4 check I would play here.
Agreed.
It's just natural development. It takes care of the b2 problem. I don't want to expend the bishop on a3. I feel I want to keep that in hand.
How about bishop e3 check, perhaps?
Bishop at b3.
Yeah.
And pawn at e6. Yeah, I
think like g5, g5, h6. No. Okay, he put his bishop on a3, and not that big a fan of that move.
No, me neither. Queen b5, perhaps?
Queen b5, yeah. Makes sense. I like that decision. Queen c4 check.
Nah, pawn at d6, pawn at d6. Yeah, or d5 even.
I was going to take on c6. Queen c6, d5, take on c6 and have some fun with it. But I like your move after queen c4, pawn in hand to e6. So you keep e5 covered.
Correct. a5 is still covered. That's right. a5 is still covering.
All right. This is getting exciting now.
Yeah.
So what's his idea after knight d5?
Knight d5, queen c4, or queen f3 check. Queen f3 check looks dangerous.
Sorry, queen f3 check. Sorry. Didn't even think that was possible. I saw h5 check as a possibility.
Well, knight e4. But here, queen c4?
Yeah. Also getting my approval will be queen h5 check, g6, queen f3 check, and go bishop c4 check. Make the guy use all of his pawns in his hand.
Right, right. Okay, queen b5, interesting. So, just threatening to undermine the pin, but what if knight takes c3? Then you take the queen, and then queen at e7 looks dangerous.
Exactly.
And you'll have a bishop to follow on c4 or d3.
No, I'm sure he's got to play d2 check here.
D2 check. Pawn at d2 check. And a bishop takes?
Knight takes.
Wow, really? And then what? Queen takes a5, rook e8?
No, I was going to play knight f3 check. Oh! Yeah, so pawn to d2, bishop d2, knight d2,
yeah,
queen a5.
You got to stop queen. You got to stop queen at
D,
e7. You got to stop queen at e7.
Right.
So maybe rook e8.
Well, I want to stop white from castling essentially. So, can I essay queen b5, bishop b5, d2, bishop d2, knight d2? We both have queens in hand.
Then I'd play bishop takes c6.
Right.
And I'm covering f3 in doing that.
And queen e6.
Okay, let's see. Oh no, he's gone for knight takes c3. Okay, bc. I'm starting to like white here. bc.
Oh, big time. I like white big time as well.
I don't think white has to go crazy here. So you can't play bishop takes c6, of course. Queen at e2 is made in 1. Queen at f5. He's throwing the queen in early.
Not a bad move either. I was considering that. The idea is that if you go pawn f6, I go bishop c3, bc3. Sorry.
I just felt there was more thunder in white's hand holding that queen.
This doesn't have the snap that I wanted. That white wants.
Is knight at f6 check?
Yeah.
Some way to keep gf, queen takes f6, like knight at f7, bishop takes c6, like that.
Oh no, then you've got momentum.
That's setting the house on fire.
I was thinking knight f6 check, king d.
Yeah, but then bishop takes c6 and knight at f7 is made in 1 threat, so my queen is not on. I think gsvc's made a right choice with knight at f6 here.
Yes.
GF, queen takes f6, and white's asking some big questions. King f7, exactly. Good move. King f7. Bishop takes c6, takes the queen. Bishop d5 check, or is it knight at e5? This is sharp. This is where games are won and lost in Crazy House.
Well, I think it's mate. Just knight
e5. No, it is. No, that's mate in 1. But yeah. Pawn at e6?
Knight e5, mate.
Oh, the knight's covering on e8, of course.
Yeah.
No, I just thought king could go to e8. All right, wow. Nice finish. Nice finish.
Now, Justin, dude, I'm the one on jet lag, not you.
Hey, it's nearly 1 a.m. here, okay? I've had a long week. and I may be getting up for another match. I don't know if you can join us later, but it will be in about 4 hours from now. It will be GSVC again, but he'll be up against Opperwezen, also playing from the Netherlands. That Opperwezen's a man to watch this season. He has beaten 12-teen, 6-4. And he's actually undefeated. He's a player who's played the most matches so far, and he hasn't lost one. He's won 3 from 3, and he's probably considered number 3, and he's taken down 12-teen, which is a big deal. So he'll be up against GSVC at 7 p.m. GMT, I believe, which is about 4 hours from now. I don't know if you can join, but if you can, that'd be great. If not, I'll be manning the commentary myself. That's okay.
Yeah. By the way, we see a novelty. Instead of taking on e7, queen e7, knight f4, allowing bishop g4 like last time, he's played knight f4 first.
He's improved.
Yes.
h5. Yeah.
Probably not my choice there. I would have left the pawn on h4 and maybe continued bishop a3.
Okay. Bishop at a3. I think we can part with the rook, but that diagonal looks good. The diagonal looks good.
Yeah.
Might put a pawn on e7 later or something. Is that your idea?
Well, it wasn't so much the rook. It's just the idea that I like the pawn on h4, so that when I capture the rook, I put the rook on g5.
Okay.
So this bishop on g4 really bothers me.
Right.
Okay. This I don't believe at all. This is bogus, but
see, bishop at a3 and a rook at g5 idea is just not intuitive to us crazy house players. I can see the merit in what you're doing, but I think it's very interesting having your insight, from all your chess experience and seeing how you see the game very differently to us, because that probably has better grounds positionally for the long term. Ooh, that doesn't look like the right square, h8, because g takes f7 and knight at g6.
It's a massive.
But queen takes e3 is the big move.
Is the big issue. Yeah, you got.
So maybe GSVC's right there. This is a critical game. It's 4-all. The winner of this game is guaranteed half a point, and the loser stands to lose the whole lot. So this is a really high pressure game for both players.
And it's been a very evenish affair. Why is it that white is getting such an outstanding score? Just why does this win all the games?
White just has a greater advantage in Crazy House than in chess, and quite simply, mathematically, draws are much less likely. So the person who moves first should have the advantage, and I think it's closer to 1-0 than it is to half from move 1 in Crazy House. And I think that's a popular opinion among most experienced players.
Okay.
Oh, this is mate, is it not? Yeah, GSVC is drawing blood here.
No, this looks dead. This looks terrible.
Yeah, that's bishop at f2, pawn at g3.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, Gilbert.
Nice to meet you, covered.
Bishop f4 is most accurate here, because you would open up queen h4. But no, bishop f2 now, king h2, bishop f4 check, bishop f4 check, queen h4.
Bishop.
Oh, he's got knight at e2 and knight d2 mates as well. He's got all the plans. Or GSVC up 5-4. So this is another critical game. GSV draws blood with black. He's not going to lose this match. He could stand to win it. So make or break for Little Plotkin here.
This is what you do when you must win with black.
Oh dear. Now, Yasser, while I've got you on stream, I'd love
Yes.
you to support one of the players. Now, I've mentioned there's 11 candidates. There's actually one candidate, Fumitox, who has declared he's withdrawing, and it was really because he was in protest of JK the Bullfrog being given a late wildcard entry into the event. But the thing is, everyone in the community wants Fumitox to play. The only reason why someone might not like Fumitox is because he's not playing. And he's been quite insistent that he's not going to join. But I'm hoping you can help encourage him to play, because he's already pushed through in valid fashion through the whole event. And he's made his point clear with the protest, and I think he's achieved his point. And it's basically don't change the rules halfway. And I don't think we're going to see any more changes to the rules this year because of that. And it's a bit like, okay, you've made your point, and you don't need to sacrifice such a privilege to play with these players.
Absolutely.
So I'm wondering if you can give him a word of encouragement on our behalf. If you don't mind. So it's Fumitox.
I'm not exactly sure how I would do that, other than through the stream right here.
It's right now. Here. Exactly.
And I can only say that I had a lot of I want to say troubles. It's a nice way of saying I had a lot of things go wrong in my career. One of my favorites was the FIDE. The FIDE in 1985. There was a candidates match in Montpellier, and the loser of the Kasparov-Karpov match was supposed to drop into the candidates in Montpellier, of which I was a player, of course.
Right.
And then there would be a series of matches after Montpellier and blah blah blah. Well, the point was that we were all in the same box, and the idea was that Kasparov and Karpov, their match never finished.
Oh, okay.
It went on for 6 months. Eventually, it was aborted. And then a rematch was done. This one with 24 games.
Wow. Okay.
And instead of having the loser of the match come into the round of 8 in Montpellier, essentially the loser became seeded directly into the finals. It was incredibly fair. It was against the rules and regulations and everything, right?
Right.
And I seriously consider withdrawing in protest.
Right.
Like, this was
so what did you mean by progress straight to the finals? This is very interesting. It's quite topical.
Well,
so
I mean, basically...
You had final 8, and then how many are in the finals?
Well, 1. So basically, Andrei Sokolov, he went through all the candidates, won all of his matches, and goes to the finals, and ta-da! Anatoly Karpov's your opponent. So
Karpov should have played in the candidates round, not just...
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Correct. So it was just sort of like... You remember all of these great Petrosian-Spassky matches and Smyslov-Botvinnik matches. Is like the loser of one of those matches suddenly just gets immediately to the to the finals, and it was so unfair. And I thought about protesting, and it was just like, everybody says this is unfair. Everybody agrees they're not going to do it again. Mm. And it's sort of like, we were playing for the world championship. So it's just an opportunity to play for the world championship that you shouldn't lose. I mean, that's what I felt then and there. And you just sometimes say, okay, unfair things happen, but okay.
Okay,
You know?
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's probably some parallels. I mean, that's Fumitox's point. I mean, it's been grueling to get through the double elimination,
Precisely. It
and
has been.
you know,
Yeah.
I suppose, I mean, you know, JK is well equipped to play in this field. But, you know, likened to a bit like a dragon under the mountain in my view. Um,
Mm,
but he hasn't actually gone through the rounds, and I think that's Fumitox's point.
right.
A large number have actually supported the decision. I think that maybe a difference here is we still have quite a young organizer at the helm, and you know I think he thinks he's trying to do the best for the game, and I believe he
Right.
is. But you know it is still a change of the rules. Um, so if I'm hearing you correctly, you're actually saying, well, Fumitox, it's okay to protest. Um,
And you've done it, and you've
I,
made a very valid point.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's made a valid point, but I just feel that he's sacrificing too much
Right.
himself, and I think the point has been registered, and something has come of it. And while Jake Killer will still progress because that decision's been made, and we're not going to try to reverse it.
Right.
Um, yeah, I'd like to see him play, but yeah, I mean, I know I'm putting you on the spot here.
No,
It's not
no, no,
really fair,
no,
but
no, no. It's good to
um,
know what's going on in the community.
yeah,
By the way, very, very, very sharp position.
yeah,
What do
like
you
look at
think?
that. I
I
think
think
White's got
White
it here.
should win. Yeah, White should win. I'm thinking take on F6
Yeah, I think
and
I
just
think I actually feel the back rank has got to be respected a little bit as well. But
hmm.
here, so
Pawn is off.
GSVC is not going to do it. He's just going to try to keep pummeling on F6. So Plotkin
Yeah, but
has
that's
covered that up.
rook.
Oh, but oh,
Ooh,
blood
okay.
here. So
Yeah,
Black
this
wants bishop at
is
F3, but I don't think he's going to get time to do it.
no.
Or maybe pawn at
This pawn.
F7,
Yeah, I think we both caught that one simultaneously, and
Rook
so did
F8,
GBC. Ooh.
or
Then we
maybe he can take bishop at F3 now. What? Oh no,
ooh.
I think his mouse slipped into that. He
Oh,
can
you
just
think
take the queen, and
it
queen at
was?
G7's a mate. So yeah, GSVC is going to take this one. It looks like
Right. Wait. Pawn to
Queen at
H.
G6 was cute there. It still is cute. Queen at G6.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna do it.
But
He
back
goes
rank rook at
for
C8. No, that's it.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
GSVC takes this 6-4.
wow, wow, that was good stuff. That was
GSVC.
good
I mean, he
stuff.
was down 4-3, and White was
Yeah,
winning every game. So that's a
he
shame for
really
Little Plotkin. Little Plotkin will be a bit disappointed about that. He really he
he fought very
he
well.
found some good attacks there.
Yeah.
Um, and you may remember the name Little Plotkin because he came second in the chess.com championship, which you had commentated, if you recall.
Yeah,
Yours truly. Um,
we're winning on the allowing a mate in one with your opponent flag with
I don't
one
think
step.
I don't think I allowed it. I was coerced into the position, and I won on time.
Nicely done in any case.
Oh dear.
However we call it, but that was good. No, oh no, this was very competitive match,
Yeah.
and I'm just still kind of reeling from the fact that White is so dominant. I mean, I know what you're saying about first move and things like that, but it's not like one E4 wins or
No,
one
no.
E4 wins.
But I think theoretically, if you take draws out of the mix, it's got to be in the favor of White then, because White moves first. Um,
Yeah,
I don't think it's 50-50. I think the results at the moment might be 50-50 sometimes, but it's because the game's still so young. Um, those that are probably studying with Stockfish and getting into the theory um, probably have more to say than I do about it being in favor of White.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
Very
the match.
cool.
Thank you very much for joining. You don't need to make a commitment,
Absolutely.
but do you think you'll be joining in about 4 hours,
Yeah.
or
It's 5:10 my
so it'll
time.
be 9 p.m. in Hilversum.
9 p.m. It's a 50-50 shot,
Okay.
Justin. It's dinner / jet lag. I mean, I don't know what's gonna do me in.
Okay. Well, so you know, I should be 50-50 because that'll be 5 a.m. for me, and I'm going to go to sleep now at 1:11. So for me,
Gotcha.
it's sleep / 5 a.m. for me. But I
Gotcha.
will definitely be here because I'm making a commitment to the community,
Very
and it'll be a great match. So you're in a way compatriot if you consider yourself from the Netherlands or not. But
exactly.
Opelwezen,
Full support.
big favorite at the moment after taking down 12-teen. He'll be up against GSVC, who we just saw beat
Right.
Little Plotkin just then. Um, yeah, and look, there's actually for the viewers as well. There's a Crazy House World Championship calendar, which is managed by, I believe, OKEI. And I thought I might just share what that link looks like, at least on the screen.
Hmm.
So that's how we're finding out when the next set of matches are. Um, so we've got 31st August, so Opelwezen, 8 p.m. from London time starting. That's in a bit less than 4 hours. I'm going to post the link into the channel. It's https teamup.com, some crazy string of letters, and then it's view equals agenda. So go and check this out if you want to see it. And what's great is this is being managed so well. If you go actually into a different view by week, let me see if I can bring it up. No, that's today. How have I done this before? There's a way that you can look at it and hit the our good community member who is maintaining this. Okay, he actually notes the scores that have occurred in prior matches. So go and check that out if you're keen on seeing what's happened so far and what's coming up. This is the place to go and get it. Check out that link. Okay, very good. All right.
Very
Well, I know you need to get on with dinner quite often, so
right.
I might let you do that, and I'll get on to some sleep. I will
Very
definitely be
good.
back in just under 4 hours for Opelwezen versus GSVC. The candidates will continue for the Crazy House World Championship of 2018. I must say thank you to those who have already donated. We've got $66 in the kitty. Big
Nice.
audacious target, $1,111 we're putting together. Fumi Talks, my door is still open for you, so please come back in, come and play. Everyone wants you to play.
Right.
We respect the point you've made, and you're not going back on your word or doing anything like that. You've made your point, so we respect that, and we'd like you to play as well. Don't miss out, please. Okay, I'm going to call it Chuck Moulton. I've got Chuck Moulton, Blunderman 1, and Lee Kai in the Sky. Thank you so much for your donations. I'm going to let Yasser go get his dinner now. Hopefully he can join us again, but I'm not going to hold you to it, Yasser, if you
Thank you,
just
Justin.
doze off on the couch because the jet
Well,
lag has got to you. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you can join us, that'll be awesome. It'll be another hour. Opelwezen here in the channel would love if you can join, but we'll see. We'll see at the time. Okay. All right.
All right. Well, again, I just wanted to just shout out to the crowd. Thank you for joining Justin and I. It's always a pleasure to share the mic with Justin. And again, as he's just been mentioning, thank you so much for donating and supporting the players. And hopefully you enjoyed the stream. And if you did, support.
All right.
Thank you. Justin.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Okay. We'll see you soon. Yes, sir. Thanks to the viewers. We'll see you shortly in less than 4 hours. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.